Good morning, everyone. This is Rick Majors here at Opteck.com, and this is our daily market briefing, April 9th, a beautiful and somewhat sunny, but still really cold Wednesday dawns upon our world, and the market seems to have come to a standstill almost. Liquidity yesterday was relatively volatile, especially pending the two speeches from the FOMC members that were up on testimony yesterday talking about monetary policy in the United States. Again, a lot of pressure on America right now to pull forward through the bureaucracy and start showing some real concrete results for its economic recovery. Europe, on the other hand, actually did recently well yesterday. A lot of assets have started to gain some strength, especially against things like the Japanese yen, who took a big advantage in the beginning of this week and from last week over things like the pound, like the dollar, like the euro. We were seeing a very, very large downtrend on euro JPY, pound JPY, USD JPY, also the Australian dollar, and they're starting to really come up with their corrections now and be breaking into uptrends. We don't really have a lot of market events coming on today, but what we do have is something that's very important to keep an eye on here. If you are around trading at 7 p.m. GMT, we have the FOMC meeting minutes. All right, when these guys meet, they talk politics, finance, economic future, things that will always affect the currency. Every sentence that comes out of their mouth, whether it's do you want coffee with cream or sugar, to should we continue stimulus, has some sort of effect on the economy and the currency in relation to it. So when these guys finish their meeting, the minutes are usually released talking about what went on, what kind of decisions were made, what decisions were brought to the table, if there were arguments, what kind of resistance, so on and so forth. You can read through it yourself, but I'm going to tell you, for most of you, you're not going to get it as quickly as a lot of the market traders are going to have it, especially the institutional ones. So go ahead and simply, again, once that market comes out, you're going to probably see 2-3 minutes afterwards. That's when it's really going to start to move, once they start to get the initial information in and make their decisions and react to what they see from the meeting minutes. But then we should be seeing a nice amount of volatility popped into the market. Right now, things are very, very calm. We're seeing some very, very, let's say, shallow waters. Not a lot of waves happening here, not a lot of large trend movement, but what we can hope for is that this is going to start to pick up as the European session continues. And again, you know, this week we're all giving our prayers towards the American market so that they can speed up, start kicking things back into action. You know, the American market is historically known as the power player. When you have America, Canada, London, and most of Europe still trading during those times, you also have South America in the mix as well. Brazil, a lot of commodities, a lot of currencies being moved around in these areas, and there's a lot of participation there. But when the United States and Canada just don't add into the mix, we're seeing a lot less volatility, and we're hoping this is going to change as April continues. Expectations are really looking a lot towards a gradual rise in volatility. Again, we saw this slump as there were some sort of economic woes in terms of worldwide recovery. As things were progressing, people were getting a little bit shaky about continuing the volatility that was happening. For instance, on gold, assets like gold and silver, a lot of the precious metal commodities, we're seeing problems related to that, where the volatility that it was once very well known for is starting to stagger a little bit. It will continue, it will come back, it always does, as history dictates to us, but what we're actually going to be expecting for the remainder of the month is we might see a continued bit of a slowdown there with a gradual response and speed up in the volatility and liquidity that's being injected into the market as the month continues, looking at past mid-month up until the beginning of May. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we're going to be actually having probably a lot longer of a market briefing then, because we have a lot on our plate. As you can see, tomorrow there's going to be a lot happening with market events. It's going to be a very volatile day, and then leading up until Friday, we have a very wonderful week to close ahead of us. My name is Rick Majors. If you would like to contact me personally, my Skype is rick.majors.opteck. My email is rick.majors@opteck.com. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful trading day.